It's two dudes with attitudes, a wrestling podcast. With your boy Ryan enjoys wrestling and MWO, and this is another special edition. This is our NXT Stand and Deliver prediction show. Boom, boom, boom. We're gonna do all 6 of these predictions, 7 if you could include the pre-show. It's tomorrow. It is the night before. It's the morning before Easter. 10 o'clock for me, 1 o'clock for you. Are you excited to get these predictions up and running?
I am. I feel like the hype for Stand and Deliver is going to be, so far, has been way better than the hype for WrestleMania. So I'm excited about this show.
It really has, although there's, once again, barely any one-on-one matches. But you know what?
It's all triple threats. Yeah.
Let's get to it. Let's
go.
Two dudes with attitudes, let's go. It's the two dudes and the attitudes, ruthless, aggressively speaking, so let's do this. We're Ryan and Denton, they here to get your attention. A 5-star broadcast shit, start to the ending. Whether it's the E or it's all E. The two dudes with the attitudes that bring the heat. Get the point, yeah, it's on, time to lock in. Listen to the podcast where they get it poppin'.
So just like WrestleMania season has become a 2-day event, NXT Stand and Deliver has become a WrestleMania event as well. It just doesn't seem that long ago. 2 years ago, you were out here, Hollywood. Yeah. We watched what's-her-face win her first ever women's championship in the ladder match when Dexter Lumis helped her up on his shoulders, and Carmelo Hayes won the world championship, and it was good times. Seems like so long ago. And I'm kind of excited I'm not there this year. I was looking at all the WrestleMania stuff for Vegas. It's ridiculous. I'm glad we decided to pass on that, even though it's like my second home is Vegas. I go enough, and it's only a 4-hour drive. But still, I'm not doing it. I'll watch it from home. Unlike, I'm excited for night 1. Not really excited for night 2, which I rarely ever am. But the main event's not intriguing me. But I am excited for Stand and Deliver, as you said at the beginning. So.
Yeah, they've done a great job with the build, and I do wish that Stand and Deliver, just in general, would move to a different night during WrestleMania weekend. Maybe put it on Thursday night to kick off the weekend, and then have SmackDown, then have night 1 and night 2, just for travel and logistics purposes. I mean, the show's going to be over by what 10? It's 10 a.m. Pacific, so maybe 1 p.m. Pacific, then you got to get over to WrestleMania on the other side of it. So it's just logistically, but also attention wise, like it's on the same day as night 1. So all everyone's going to be talking about is night 1 of WrestleMania, and it becomes kind of an afterthought. So I think they should move it to some other day during the WrestleMania weekend.
Well, and all key points. And you remember Patrick just popped on saying he wished we were all together. He was there with us. And remember, it was way further than it was in Vegas, because Vegas Raider Stadium is just on the other side of the freeway, but in the same area as T-Mobile. So you just got to walk across or taxi. It's like a 1-minute thing. We had to go from, at the time, it was a Staples Center, all the way to SoFi, which is like a 20-minute apart drive. And remember, we had to rush because we tried to go to the place. So, like you said, the logistics, it's bad because this will be over at 1 o'clock. Mania starts at 4 o'clock, all West time. So that's a 3-hour window of trying to figure out, like, getting out, driving, parking lot, whatever you need to do. And then 10 a.m., 1 o'clock start times for Stand and Deliver is stupid. And no, I don't want to watch a PLE in the morning. Like, I should not be watching this while having breakfast tomorrow. It just isn't.
It's not Saudi Arabia.
That's what I mean. Like, that's what else I don't like. And it makes it not feel as important. And like you said, you forget it. Because by the time I was like, Carmelo, what? We were already on our way to WrestleMania, already stoked about that and didn't even care anymore about what happened on NXT. So, it's disappointing. I agree. Or just get rid of SmackDown altogether. It's not like you need them anyway.
I read something,
have it on Friday.
I read something on social media that said that all the wrestlers have to report to the locker room for NXT Stand and Deliver at 5 in the morning for a 10 a.m. show, which is just absolutely ridiculous for me. But
especially because they're all probably out partying tonight too. They're probably gambling.
Probably
you're in Vegas. Sorry. And doing that. Yeah. Hell yeah. Well, they have 75 VIP nightclubs and this and that. And did you see the one? There was like a Shawn Michaels posted about a VIP showing that he did of him and John Cena from WrestleMania 23, I believe, or is it 25? I think it's 23. Either way, when him and John Cena wrestled, and there was like maybe 10 people in the room, he like took a picture, and I'm like, even though that was what, like what is it, like 2,000 a pop or three? How much is it for those VIP viewings?
Yeah,
something like
it's
that.
something.
So even though you made a good amount of money, but still, like, so stupid. Like, everything is dumb. The fact that they promote it online every single time Michael Cole talks. Don't forget VIP parties after WrestleMania night 1 and night 2 come out. $350 to get in the door.
It feels like that's all they care about this 100%. Year too. Is all the after shows, the parties, the roast of WrestleMania. We can't forget about the roast with Tony Hinchcliffe. We have to.
I forgot.
Let's get him on 20 minutes of commentary on Monday Night Raw, because we care about his roast more than we care about night 1 and 2. Which
that was atrocious,
with
by the way.
Yeah,
that was atrocious. Him on that mic was embarrassing.
It was terrible.
Should have got Nikki Glaser. I know it's not that side of the party for WWE, but still, at least she's good at it. All right, she's really good at it. Yeah.
Or like Peyton Manning. Yeah. Can you get like Peyton Manning or something, like somebody who's like neutral but funny,
right?
And, dorky but off, but like kind of fits the mold of a wrestling fan. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, but I'm starting to think WWE is trying to run people away. We talked about that off the record. We don't have to get all political, but I truly think WWE is trying to run people away. I think they're over it.
Feels like
I think a lot of people's true side starts to come out. But let's get into it anyway. Stand and Deliver. We're talking about a pre-show. We talk about practice. So in this match, this is the number 1 contender fatal 4-way elimination match. We got Lash Legend, Jakara Jackson versus Roxanne Perez and Cora Jade versus Fatal Influence versus Tatum Paxley and Gigi Dolan. Didn't even know they were a team. Forgot Gigi Dolan was even back. So yeah, this is for the number 1 contendership for the tag team championship, right?
Yeah, for the women's. Yeah, the women's. So yeah. I think I don't really care about this match. I'm just surprised that Roxanne Perez is on the freaking pre-show. You had her be the Iron Woman of the Royal Rumble, last longer than anybody. You had her have an impressive showing in Elimination Chamber. You basically all but told us she was called up to the main roster, but you don't have any plans for her on the main roster, but you have her feuding with Bayley. But Bayley's in a program now with Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez teaming with Lyra Valkyria. So you just scrap that all together and threw her randomly on a pre-show. It just makes no sense what they're doing with Roxanne.
They had a plan for her on the big show. Remember, she jobbed to Tiffany Stratton.
True. Yeah.
This guy.
How could I forget?
That's what you do in NXT. We didn't do our weekly show, but I'm so sick of NXT call-ups literally being jobbers. There's veterans in WWE to be jobbers for the NXT people. You don't have NXT people come up and lose. But don't worry, y'all. Spoiler alert. Carmelo Hayes is the Andre the Giant Battle Royal winner. So in case you were wondering, people become legends after that. So I think Carmelo Hayes now is safe. So he's on a winning streak now.
His career is going to take off, hopefully. Hopefully it does, but geez Louise.
Here's the thing. 2 things that kill careers. Winning the Andre Giant Battle Royal and teaming up with The Miz. I'm a huge fan of The Miz. I think he's a first ballot Hall of Famer, super underrated. But when you team up with him, your career is pretty much done after that. There's no hope for you, homie.
Hard to rebound from that, for sure.
How many Andre the Giant Battle Royal winners are still in the WWE? All right, never mind. We can talk about that later. There's not many.
Jey Uso is the only one, I think.
Did he win?
He won it to 2023, I think, or 2022. 2020. I don't remember, but he won one of them. Yeah.
That's funny. All right. Well, what's your predictions on this match? Sorry to go on rants. What's your prediction? Who do you got, and why is it Roxanne and Cora?
Yeah, it's Roxanne Perez and Cora Jade. And this is why in our WrestleMania predictions, I predicted that Bayley and Lyra Valkyria are going to beat Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez to win the WWE Tag Team Championships. Because that's the only thing that makes sense. You had her feuding with Bayley. You scrap that. Now you have a new program or a semi-new program for Bayley and Roxanne. But this time, titles on the line. Liv and Raquel can move on to other things. And Cora Jade and Roxanne Perez become fodder, essentially, for Bayley and Lyra Valkyria. So, long story short, Cora Jade and Roxanne Perez get the win and feud with the new women's tag team champions.
All right. I don't know if there's going to be new women tag team champions because the greatest thing in the world is Liv Morgan, but
she is.
I do think the probably hottest tag team women's of all time, Roxanne Perez and Cora Jade, are winning this. I just think they have to. That's why Roxanne was bitching about it. But we'll see. Maybe Cora Jade is going to the big stage too. Maybe this is their last hurrah, but I don't see why you would have Roxanne Perez's possible last ever Stand and Deliver be an L. So I'm going to go with the win. The win here. All right, what's next? We'll try to go in the order. Woo! All right. So I had a lot of hopes in my prediction here, but I'll start to tell you why I don't have hope. But we got the Women's North American Championship, which is vacant. We got Zarya versus Kalani Jordan versus Sol Ruka versus Izzy Dame versus Lola Vice versus a returning Thea Hale. Who do you got to win this vacant title?
I want it to be Sol Ruka. Yeah, I need it to be Sol Ruka. It has to be Sol Ruka, but it's going to be Thea Hale. It's Thea Hale. You didn't bring her back just to lose. I mean, I don't know. Maybe anything's possible in the world of wrestling, and especially in WWE these days. But I think Thea Hale is my pick and my favorite. It's down to her or Zarya, but I don't think. I feel like Zarya is kind of. This would be a good way to rebuild her a little bit because she's kind of lost a lot of that luster she had when she debuted because of the impressiveness of Stephanie Vaquer and Julia, and they kind of forgot about her. So this could be a way to rebuild her. But I still think Thea Hale is somehow, some way gonna score an upset and get the win here.
I mean, in my eyes, it's Sol Ruka or we riot. She's the greatest thing going in
100%.
NXT Women's, and she needs to win this match. But then Triple H decided to give her the Speed title and then post a picture with her like he does with everybody, like it was an actual title. So now I don't think she's going to win. And then Thea Hale returned,
Speed title.
and she just got it. And who the hell cares about the Speed? And he's like, her first ever title. And people are like, this isn't a title, Triple H. Like, what the hell are you talking about? So she didn't even come out with it. So I'm going to go with Thea Hale. I have Sol Ruka highlighted. That's who I want to win. And I'm still going to ride if she doesn't. I hope Sol Ruka wins, but it looks like they're doing Thea Hale, who looked really good too now in her new little look gimmick thing. Women, man. Women wrestlers. Whew.
Yeah,
get me all hot and bothered. I used to just watch for the beefy men. Now I watch for the ladies too. All right. What's next? All right. The match that you said is easy. We got Hank and Tank versus Fraxium, the tag team that wins even though they hate each other. Who do you got?
I think it's Fraxium. I think hands down, Fraxium's retaining the tag team titles. This is just it's a matter of how they win, not if they win. It's more, are they going to bicker the whole time? Is this going to lead to something bigger? They still have their unresolved beef with the Hardys, and I could see the Hardy Boys showing up and doing something there. But Fraxium's winning this. Fraxium's not dropping the tag team titles anytime soon, unless it's somebody like the Hardy Boys or somebody else.
So, Fraxium for the past year have done nothing but bicker and complain and bitch and moan, but yet they keep winning. It is Stand and Deliver, NXT WrestleMania. Hank and Tank for the past, 5 months, 4 months, 3, however long it is, have been in a, what are we going to do? We don't know how to be a tag team. All we do is lose, wah, wah, wah. Now all of a sudden they get a talk from a heel who were baby faces for the moment. Tag team champions come in and why am I forgetting their name? Tag team champions from SmackDown. Who are the
Motor City Machine or the Street Profits?
Street Profits, thank you.
Yeah.
Why did I forget that? I just saw them too.
Because they're not defending at
because they're But don't worry, they're having a TLC match on just kidding, SmackDown next week.
Next week.
So on SmackDown. But so but anyway, so they get a huge pep talk. Hank and Tank are pumped. I think this is Hank and Tank. I think they believe in them for some reason. This is like the War Raiders, in my opinion, where it was like, why did they beat the Judgment Day? This is going to be the same thing where Fraxium, they're going to go feud and fight each other moving on. It's the start of the new year, and Hank and Tank are going to be the new tag team champions who do nothing with the belts at all. So that's how I see it. So I'm going Hank and Tank. I don't think so, but I don't want it to be, but I think it's going to be.
Yeah, I think that's a fair pick. I still think Fraxium hangs on to him. I'd rather them hang on to him and then, like you said, Hank and Tank win and do nothing with the titles. So.
For Sheezy, what's next? All right. We got the Dark State versus the Family. Forget about it. I think we're going to have the same prediction. You go first, huh? You Mooley, let's go, huh? Let's go, huh? Italiano.
The Dark State's winning. You brought this faction in. They've been kicking everybody's ass. You're not having them come in just to all of a sudden. I mean, again, it is WWE, and they like to rehash storylines, and this is exactly what happened with Nexus. So maybe the family beats them all down, but no, the Dark State's winning, and I think this is where we get the moment that we've all been anticipating, where Stax turns on Tony D'Angelo and either joins the Dark State or is revealed as the leader of the Dark State, and costs D'Angelo, and Tony D takes the pin.
Yeah, I'm going the obviously Dark State as well. They're not losing their first ever match. And I think Stax betrays as well. Just like Fraxium bickering and Hank and Tank getting momentum, I think they've been calling this too, and this is the moment at Stand and Deliver their WrestleMania. So yeah, he turns, lays out the leader of Dark State. Ooh, that's a big move for Stax. He hasn't done much. But you know what? Trick Williams wasn't doing much either when he stepped up from Carmelo. He was just like the sidekick. He wasn't doing much, and he was ready. He stepped up and had one of the best careers in NXT ever. So maybe Stax can do the same. So yeah. All right.
Either way,
I'll
he's turning
on that.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%. 100%. He's clocking Tony D. Forget about it. Throwing him in the back of my Prius, huh? All right. We got the World Women's Championship. We have Stephanie Vaquer, I don't care, versus Julia, versus Jordan Grace, versus Jada. Why am I in this match, Parker? Who do you have winning? Why they have Julia? Can we add that? Sorry, I cut you off right before you said Stephanie Vaquer. But Julia, supposedly she was injured. This is why you got to stop listening to Dave Meltzer, Ryan. I'm telling you.
I don't get
what I mean? Why even have her vacate and lose if you're just going to have her defend at Stand and Deliver? They could have just had a one-on-one.
It was it was like you said, we're in the shock you era. Like a lot of these things, they did all this and then they didn't have a plan. See Sky, Io beating Rhea Ripley when the match should have been Rhea versus Bianca, and now Io Sky is the afterthought, but she's the champion. So it's a similar thing here, that you had her lose the title to Stephanie Vaquer. Stephanie Vaquer was a double champion. She defended both titles, then vacated one, but these things. And but either way, Stephanie Vaquer is retaining here, and I think that I don't know who takes the pin. Jada Parker's there to take the pin.
Yeah, why else is she there? I agree. I think it's Stephanie Vaquer. I think it's going to be really weird, though. Why add Julia in it just to lose? And Jordan Grace, man, she's a big deal and it's huge in TNA, and you're already putting her in a title match before it's even due. I don't know.
Yeah.
Weird stuff. But Stephanie Vaquer wins.
Yeah, she's not losing anytime soon.
By the way, I can hear myself in your screen.
Okay. Let's see if I can. Is that better at all?
Let's see. Nope.
All right, how's that?
I don't know. Nope, you can still hear me, but whatever. Let's go with it.
All right, let's go.
Everyone will hear me twice. All right. We got the men's NXT North American Championship being defended with one Ricky Saints versus one Ethan Page in the battle of former AEW wrestlers. And I think every former AEW wrestler has been involved in this match as well. Like they've had a piece in it. They're just bringing, maybe it's going to be a whole AEW reunion. I don't know. But nonetheless, who do you got?
Ricky Saints. You put this belt on him just last week over Sean Spears, and I feel like Ricky Saints has got to get the victory.
Yes, Ricky Saints has to get it. I mean, Ethan Page is a big deal. He was a former world champion. He got it after 44 days or something like that of being in NXT, but it's got to be Ricky Saints. He just got it. We're not going to have two straight North American champions win and lose it instantly. Ricky Saints is the guy. He defeats Ethan Page, has his first WWE big moment. Looks good doing it. All right, the match we all been waiting for, the World Heavyweight Championship between one Obafemi versus Trick Williams versus Javon Evans. Who do you got, and why is it Javon Evans?
It is not Javon Evans. It is going to be, I think, Trick Williams overcomes everybody, leaves NXT with the title, turning heel along the way. He's been embracing his heel side over the last few months. I think he's going to somehow turn heel, maybe low blow or something like that to Javon, or low blow to Obafemi, and becomes a heel, becomes evil Trick Williams moving forward, but he wins his 3rd NXT championship.
All right. If he's evil Trick Williams, he better come back with just a goatee then. Have you ever seen South Park when they had the evil South Park characters? And
yeah.
Goatees. Except Cartman, he was the good one. All right. So I'm going to go differently. I don't think it's Trick Williams. I think it's going to be Obafemi. Wakanda forever. Oh, I think he's going to continue on and continue his reign as the main guy. I think Trick is about to go to the main roster. I like the idea of him becoming heel. I also like the idea of maybe he does win. And if he does, he gets help from the Dark State because he's actually the leader of the Dark State. And they help him in because they were getting involved in that before Tony D. They can defeat Tony D and the family. You know, Stacks can help, and then they can show up later and help Trick Williams win the match. But I'm going Obafemi. But if I saw that a heel turn, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, I was thinking that too, that the Dark State would somehow be involved. But then just last week, the Dark State attacked everybody, and like Trick Williams included. So I was like, all right, well, that doesn't make any logical sense to attack your future leader. But it is.
Bully Ray was attacked all the time.
Yeah.
In Aces and Eights, he was beat up constantly, and he was the leader. Got to trick people.
True. That is very
all
true.
right.
So, crazy things have happened.
True that. All right, it was our NXT Stand and Deliver prediction show. You can take it to the bank, whether you take Ryan's advice or mine. Either way, get on FanDuel and put that money out there. We got you. We are experts when it comes to this stuff, even though we disagreed on some of them. But as always, we appreciate you guys for tuning in. Hopefully you guys like this. Next week, we'll be back to our regularly scheduled, episodes, Wednesday and Friday of WWE and AEW. And maybe we'll even do a special one on Monday, talking all things WrestleMania Night 1 and Night 2. We'll see. Maybe we will. Got to get this show, depending on how good it is, how spicy it is. You know what I mean?
It needs to.
I'll talk about the sadness. It needs to stand and deliver.
Yeah.
I think so. All right. So as always, we appreciate you guys tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, duet, stitch, whatever you're watching this on, homies. Just give us that love, especially those 5-star reviews and comments. And as always, you want to catch me, you can see me at every single what's up. Thank you, sir. Happy WrestleMania weekend, everyone. At my_wrestling_opinion on all social media devices. I'm going to have all of my Stone Cold beers ready for this WrestleMania weekend. I'm ready to have some fun. Best seat in the house, my couch. And with me, as always, is
Ryan Enjoys Wrestling. Go follow me on all the social media platforms. I don't know if you heard, but I got a new job this week, and I am the new head of PR for the WWE. So
congratulations.
I just finished my first week. So let me know in the comments how I did this week, everybody. So keep me posted, and hopefully I did a bang up job for you. But in all seriousness, go follow me on all the social media platforms. Go follow Two Dudes with Attitudes on TikTok. Go follow us on X at Two Dudes PC. And then if you're listening to us on Apple and Spotify, we appreciate all the love and support. And go leave us a 5-star rating and review, and tell everybody about your favorite Two Dudes on the internet.
Two Dudes Wolfpack. We out.
Two dudes with attitudes, let's go. It's the two dudes and the attitudes, ruthless, aggressively speaking, so let's do this. We're Ryan and Denton, they here to get your attention. A 5-star broadcast, shit, start to the ending. Whether it's the E or it's all E. The two dudes with the attitudes that bring the heat. Get the point, yeah, it's on time to